Hiya! Thank you for joining me here today. Today I'm going to do a quick live stream. I've not done a live stream for a little while, so I don't know if anyone's going to be around and able to watch or not. Unfortunately, my habits and practices and stuff have been a little bit, let's say, not regular of recent. So if anyone's able to actually watch today, then you're welcome. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Alison. And hi, Lunas, Mohammed. So what I thought I'd do today is I'd just go back to a simple Ask Me Anything style thing. So if there's any questions you wanted to ask me for today, I've been recording some videos, doing some bits and pieces and that kind of stuff. If there's any questions you want to ask me, then please do let me know in the live chat. And I will do my best to answer any questions. Otherwise, I'll just ramble on about bits and pieces I'm doing and stuff that I'm, messing around with and bits and pieces like that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lunas or Mohammed. Appreciate it. I'm just messing around. Good evening, Anna. I'm just messing around this evening doing videos. I've been doing my catch up on Game of Thrones. What I think about Game of Thrones season 8 and stuff like that. So I've recorded a video on that. I'm what the nipple look like. Yeah, unfortunately you can see those, can't you? But there we go. Atish, how to start cross-dressing. Okay, I'll get onto that in a second. Hi, Thierry. So the person that's Korean, I don't know how to say your name, so you'd have to type it in English, but welcome and thanks for joining. So, yes, so I'm just going to be doing a bit of a chat. I've done a couple of videos today. I've done my Game of Thrones recap. I've done a from nothing to this makeup type thing. This camera, by the way, is quite washed out blue. You may not be able to see, my lips are very pink. They're not purple, they're pink, and these are blue nails, but this camera quite washes out everything. And it gets quite a blue tinge in it. I can't stop it at the moment, but I'll get around to doing that as soon as I can. And then, deal with that. So Alison, how long did it take to get beautiful today? Well, I was born beautiful, so it actually took no time at all. But to get this makeup on took me about an hour today. So rattle through it in about an hour, and I will, with recording and stuff, I was flipping around and going in bits and pieces and stuff like that. So yes, you'll see that later when I release a video on that later on, when I do the whole thing of how I did this makeup. I wanted to go quite sort of, I don't know, spacey. So I've got pink lips with a silver middle, which is a bit different. So I thought it'd be interesting. How to start cross-dressing. Like most people, start with knickers and underwear and a few bits of makeup, and then progress your way to a skirt, a top, padded bra. So you get forms. You don't need to get forms, but a padded bra. Pair tight stockings. If you can shave your legs, that's great. If you can't, then something sheer that covers up your leg hair. Maybe multiple pairs of stockings, that's a good way to get started. Other than that, it's just about building stuff up over time, and try to, if you're really into it, resist the temptation to purge. So don't bin everything every time you get scared of every couple of years and then have to start all over again and build everything up from scratch, because that's really, really irritating. If you've ever purged, like I have twice, there are still things I wish I still had, like my boots from back then. Throwing them away was stupid, and it's a shame I did it. So let's go through. Hi Emma, thank you very much. Hello Aldo, and Torsten. Hello in Germany, Torsten. Hi Samantha. Hi the original. Hi Charlie. Hello Barry. Yes, I'm trying to get back on here more often again. I'm getting back into routine. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I've got lots and lots of stuff going on at the moment, so I've not been around so much, and I should be back doing more stuff soon. These forms, these are massive, by the way, today. So I'm wearing the size D from Boob Shop, and yeah, I thought I'd try them on with this dress and see how well they work. But they really are big, and I'm not got a bra on with them, so yeah, they are heavy today, but it's a good overall outfit. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Hi Charlie. Hi Peter. Good evening from UK. Best place to be. Do you ever consider different haircut with a different haircut with same hairstyle. I change my hair all the time, so I do shorter hair, longer hair, different wigs. My own hair I'm growing, and I'm just going to see what happens with it because it's quite unmanageable, and we'll see how it works out. But my own hair is getting to the length where I can start to mess around with little bits, but it's not as ideal as you might think. It's quite thick and wavy, and it's difficult to do anything with it. It's in a really awkward stage. So I'll be wearing wigs for a while, and then hopefully I'll do something with it, hopefully something a bit jazzy and a bit fun. We'll see. Who knows? So I'm not going to dance, Charlie, but I will show you what my thing looks like in a minute. Hello, Thomas. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Be Original. How are the wife questions going? Yeah, I'll do an update on that in a second. Just answer a couple of quick questions. Is it a wig? This is a wig. Yes, it's a wig. My normal hair is dark and wavy, so this is a wig. And how much do I weigh? Currently 75 kilos. So I'm relatively tall. There we go. So I'll show you what this outfit looks like. You can see the back of the breast thing, by the way, because I'm wearing the shorter hair. So if I turn around, you'll see that at the back here. But otherwise, this is the outfit I'm wearing. So you see it's quite big. There we go. So how are wife questions going? Okay, so I talked over my wife. She's currently doing some exams at the moment, and I've got loads of questions. She has elected that what she'd rather do is sit down with me and not have heard them. I will choose questions based on roughly what order they were submitted, and I will just ask her straight out so she can give her her unrehearsed reaction. That's kind of what she would prefer to do. But she'd like to start once her exams are over, which will be in about 2.5 weeks. So that's fair enough. She's doing a lot of studying at the moment and cramming for her last exam, which is in 2.5 weeks' time. So once that's done, then we'll try and do it after that. That seems to be the best way to make progress. So we'll see how we go from there. So how much away? Hi, John. Thank you for joining. Hi, Prasanta. I'm going to have a guess that that's how to say that. I don't know. Some of these things can be titles rather than names, so apologies if I say that wrong. What is the best web store for wigs? So I use a couple of places. Now, everyone will tell you different things. I value sort of value and style. So depending on whether you want a wig to wear every day or whether you want a wig to wear once a month, it's different. A wig you're going to wear every day needs to be more robust, and it would be very different to a wig that is more, colorful, glamorous, stylish, or whatever else. This is a Noriko wig, so this is a very good wig, and it's you can buy it, through Amazon or wherever else. You can find them if you look them up, and these are nice wigs to wear for almost like everyday wear because they're quite sort of natural. I also use a company called Celeb Wigs, and they're quite local to me, so I can go and try stuff on. I find that their stuff is really good. It's good value. They have a lot of wigs that are quite what they call doll's head, which are very vibrant colors, sort of fashion wigs as well. And that kind of stuff, it's not really like an everyday thing. It's more of a fashion statement type thing. And I really like them for those types of things. So something with a nice, lace front, coming away from the face. They do your everyday stuff. They do lots of things for people who are on the NHS. So they do stuff for people who need to wear wigs every day. And they do things, but essentially the more you pay, the more you'll be able to wear it every day. If you just do, if you're just wearing it every week or so, you don't need to pay as much, or every month, something like that. Then you can get away paying less because it's going to get less day-to-day wear. That's the main thing. So, okay. Hi, Ray. Thanks for joining. Hi, Atish. Tutorials on nails. Okay, I'm growing my nails again just a little bit to see how I can grow them out. So not very long, as you can see, but they're beyond the bed of my fingers. But those are my real nails at the moment. So they're all, I've managed to keep them all without cracking them, even doing stuff in the garden. So I haven't cracked any of them, I haven't broken any of them. I will, yeah, I'm going to do my best to see how long I can grow them, but eventually they break because I do work outside and then I have to get rid of them. So we'll see, whatever. Right. Hi, Deanna. Thanks for joining. Alison, thank you. So there you have your sunflower dress on. I nearly wore my sunflower dress, but I opted for this pink number. It's going quite pink today. Pink around the eyes, pink around the mouth, blue nails for some reason, but you know, it seemed to be the right thing to do. Right, what's my wife studying? GCSEs. So she's doing, she did English and maths last year. She's doing biology right now. So she has to get ready for a biology exam in 2.5 weeks. Yeah, Deanna. Yeah, I get my stuff on eBay as well. Lots of it. Most of my stuff comes from eBay. I don't buy from shops that much. I just don't like paying full price for something that I don't wear every day. If I was wearing it for every day for work or something, then I'd buy stuff in shops like I would for, you know, my male clothes. It's the simplest way to do things. Okay. Hi, Lorna. Thanks for joining. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So welcome and thank you for joining here. Nice to have you here. Daisy, hello. Good to see you'll be dressed up as well tonight. Good stuff. So nice to see you around. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Hi, Verge. Hello. I don't know what Mim Express. So your thing got held Mim. I don't know what that means, but okay. Okay, I don't know what that means, be original either. So hi, Federico. Thank you for joining. Hi, Darren. Yes, so like I said, my wife will hopefully be joining in a couple of weeks' time, and she's going to do back to the camera type stuff. So I'll be facing the camera, she'll be back to the camera. I'll ask her questions, she'll ask them, camera over her shoulder, that kind of stuff. I think that seems quite reasonable and comfortable for her at the moment, and we'll see how it goes. I think she's comfortable with that. We'll see how things go in the future. Who knows? You know, this is if it might be helpful, it might not. I don't know, but we'll see how she goes with it. That will be good. Salut, Alain. Salut. Bonsoir. Yeah, thanks, Samantha. I'm hoping for the best. We'll see how it goes. It should be good. It's a bit daunting, you know, it's not something we've done before, so we'll have to hope for the best. And I'm obviously going to dress down for it, that kind of stuff, and just keep it a bit, you know, on the lowdown. Keep it a bit casual, nice and casual. If you can manufacture a casual atmosphere, then I'll try to do that. Okay, so Amanda just bought a new wig. Congratulations, Amanda. Hi, Addy. I'm very good, thank you. Thanks for joining. I'm very good. Again, if anyone's got any questions, just ask me any questions today. Ask me anything. Go for it. I'm going to be here for probably another 15 minutes, so we'll max out about half an hour on this call. So yes, ask me any questions you want to. Go for it. Thank you, Alan. Things not great in the US. Yeah, well, you know, things aren't great everywhere. What are you going to do? You just have to push on things. So one thing I'd say recently is I've resisted doing videos on certain subjects. So, you know, things like recent laws that have been passed in the US, I resist doing videos on, mainly because they are, I'm not a US citizen. I have an opinion. I have a very strong opinion. But I prefer not to comment on those things unless I'm particularly coming at it from a very specific angle. So, you know, I have one particular leaning in me. I'm in favor of a certain type of thing. And as of right now, I've resisted doing videos on that kind of stuff, on every little political thing that comes up, or big political thing that comes up. So I try and keep it kind of related to stuff on Serious Sundays. And I've recorded 3 videos about Casta Semenya, and I haven't produced any of them because I'm just not happy with them when I produce them, but we'll see. I have to do something on that soon because I think that's been a really, really crappy decision. So, where did I get this wig? Amazon. No, I got this wig from a company called Translife, and it's by Noriko. This is an old wig. I've had this for ages. It's a very old wig. So, Cheese Grater 911 wants to ask: do you feel shame or embarrassment ever, or are you fully embracing your feminine self? So, no, I don't feel shame and embarrassment. There are times when I don't particularly want to be seen, or I want to be sort of separated, or whatever else. So, earlier today I was sitting out in the sun, just catching a few rays of sun. I had my toenails and my fingernails painted. I didn't have any makeup on, but I was just basically sit outside in shorts. And had anyone come up and wanted to deliver some mail or something, then I would have tried to avoid greeting them with nails on, just because I don't want to have the conversation. So I kind of avoid those kind of situations, but not because of shame, just because with my family and stuff, it helps to, we're limiting who knows. So that's fine, and I'm happy with that. But no shame. I don't feel shame about this at all. There are times when I think to myself, I look back at past outfits, I look back at what I wear, and I sometimes ask myself the question about why I wear certain things. Why do I choose to be particularly glamorous on a day? And then I wonder whether women bother to ask themselves that question, because if they don't feel the need, or don't have to ask themselves the question, why do you feel the need to be glamorous? Then why should I? It might be vanity. It might just be because the more makeup I wear, the more I cover up the male me. And so lots of makeup tends to be heavier, and heavier tends to be more glamorous style, less natural. And that's where I've kind of gravitated to over the years. So there we go. So Jay wanted to ask, when did you first start cross-dressing? When I was, mid-teens, early teens, 13, 14, that kind of age. I was interested. So usual time, puberty. And then properly, again, 5 years ago. So properly getting into it 5 years ago. But I've been doing it for 30 odd years, basically. Hi, James. Thanks for joining. Hi, Savannah. Thank you, Savannah. Appreciate that. Hi, Kim. Thank you. If we meet, would you be my girlfriend? No, because I'm married. So no, I'm married and I don't do that. So no. I have offers and stuff like that, but I'm in a relationship. You get tempted and stuff like that, and these kind of things. But no, I'm married and I have a child, and that's my priority. And if I ever cheated on them, that wouldn't be good. So yes, those are things I don't do. So hello, Yonita, sorry. Hello, Yonita. Samantha, when you started to dress, did you have goals like going out in public, dressing for your wife? And if you so, do you have any goals? I don't really have any more goals, no. Okay, a couple of things I want to be able to do. I'd like to have a birthday party as Juliet. That would be fun. Invite some friends over, have a birthday party as Juliet. I'd like to go to like a family party or something as Juliet, like my brother's barbecue or something like that. That would be interesting. Go to maybe just a generic fancy dress party as Juliet. But beyond that, no, not really. I don't feel the need to, to go out as Juliet with friends and family and stuff like that. That would be cool. It would be interesting. But since I do that stuff with my wife, it's something that we do as a couple. And aside from going to see a couple of plays and bits and pieces as Juliet with my wife, I've not done that much like that. It's tend to be me going out and meeting people and going to clubs and stuff like that, which I don't do very often. Do like once every couple of months or something like that, once a month. And that works. So I'm quite sort of happy with that. But I do have a few things. A birthday party, for example. I'll be 50 in 7 years, which is a bit scary. So a 50th birthday party would be a nice thing to do as like a sort of trans-friendly 50th birthday party. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. So, okay, so yes, thank you, Cheese Grater. You're looking ravishing. Thank you, Jason. I am, aren't I? So, Tuesday, have you been recognized as your masculine self? Yes, but only by someone who was expecting to see me, and I was sort of making the right kind of, I looked like I was waiting for someone, and they looked like they were waiting for someone, and we kind of recognized each other. That's it. So that's happened to me once, and once only. So other than that, no, I haven't. Or at least not that I know. I may have done, but I don't know. I think the number of people who know me, who know about Juliet, the crossover, the Venn diagram crossover is tiny. I would imagine it's minuscule. It would be very lucky or unlucky if someone saw this and realized it was me. I think it's very unlucky. It could happen. Maybe there's someone out there right now who knows who I am. So yeah, there we go. Maybe. Okay. Would you ever provide transformation services professionally, David? No, I would not, or at least not unless I was trained. So I'm not an MUA, I'm not a makeup artist. I do my own makeup, but I'm not a makeup artist. I don't know how to do other people's makeup. I know what to do for me, and I can experiment with me, and it takes me quite a long time sometimes to try different things and to know what works for me, but I'm not trained. I wouldn't consider myself particularly skilled. I could do it, but I would want to do training, and I wouldn't become an MUA or claim to be a MUA unless I had at least some form of qualification and actual training behind it, which I don't have. So if I went to go to Sitting Guilds in makeup or something like that, cosmetics, then maybe. But that would mean bringing it into my house. It would certainly be possible, but I don't know how I'd fit it in with the other things I have going on in my life. So it would be like a sort of lifestyle change thing. If I was able to leave my job and I could do it on a sort of part-time basis and have people come over, yeah, that would be cool. That would be nice. But I'd need to be kind of retired or semi-retired, I think, to be doing that. So maybe it's a retirement thing. That might be an interesting thing. It's a fun retirement thing as I start to get beyond the point where I'm happy with my own face. Maybe I could work on other people's. Yeah, I consider that. Right now, it doesn't fit in well with what I'm doing, and so I wouldn't want to devote more of my family and home life to doing stuff like this with other people, for example. It's not on the cards for family life, for example, at the moment. But thank you for the question. Okay, Dominica, I think we would love to get tips on putting together a starter makeup kit. Keep it going. Okay, so on my website, I've been starting to do that. I did a video recently about very basic makeup stuff, like the 10 things I couldn't live without, like Kryolan TV paint stick, contouring kit, a cheap contouring kit, powder that you need to have, so a good translucent powder, your basic eyeshadow palette, your lip liner, your lip stick, your blush, contour, 10 items that are kind of essential, For example, mascara, I don't think very much of. Eyeliner, I think is fab stuff. Eyeliner is great for eyes. But mascara, I don't think it makes such a massive difference to me. So I wouldn't have mascara in my top 10. If I had to only take 10 items with me for makeup, mascara would not be in it. I would have my Kryolan TV paint stick, my foundation, a cheap contour kit. I would have powder, I'd have the eyeshadow palette, lipstick, lip liner, eyeliner, blush, and maybe one other thing, eyebrow pencil. There we go. That's my top 10. I wouldn't have anything else other than that. Okay, Jason wants to see my dress. If you start the video again, I stood up a while ago, but it's just this pink little dress. As you can see, I've had this for years, so yeah. So the Lazarus Nightwolf, great name. How long it takes to professionally do your makeup? Learn on your own or through YouTube videos. So I went to I've had 4 or 5 makeovers in my life, and I learn from them. I study, I ask questions, and then I do YouTube videos. And the main thing is when you go for a makeup tutorial, get a list of the things that were used on you. And if you're going to buy something that a professional felt was suitable for that, for your face. So the other way is obviously to go and get yourself color matched, which I've been color matched in the store. I go in guy mode, and I'll just go into MAC or NYX or something like that and ask them to color match my skin and recommend something to me. And that's it. It's as simple as that. It's about making good color choices for yourself, because that was one of the worst things for me, is finding a foundation color I liked to start with. Very difficult, especially because tutorials on eye colors and stuff, you can blend different things, you can try different things, but to get a good color match for your skin, you can't get that from a makeup tutorial. You have to either try by experimentation, or you need to bite the bullet and go and see someone that can actually tell you, whether it's a makeup artist or through a makeover session, something like that. Get their recommendation. That's really my main thing, I would say. Kathy, how long does my makeup take me? This took me just over an hour, but then, I practice every week, so I tend to do things quite quickly these days, much quicker. So face contour, earrings, hair, perfect match. Thank you, James, appreciated. Samantha, no getting on a plane or holiday abroad with the dresses. No, I would do holiday stuff abroad. For example, there's something, for example, one thing I'm interested in doing, which I've never done, is there's a thing called Wild Side or something like that, which is based in Vegas. It was this last week, which is like a Vegas thing where people go in the US it's like a big trans weekend thing. That sounds fun. I think it's called Wild Side, something like that. That sounds really interesting. That sounds like a good thing to do. Getting on a plane, I don't know, I could take it or leave it. I don't feel the need to. I don't like dressing consecutive days. So if I was going to wear makeup the following day, then I wouldn't, the day after I got off the plane, I wouldn't want to wear makeup on the plane, because I don't like shaving, too much. It irritates me. So I'm fine with that. I don't need to live like a week. I think if you never get to dress and then you get a week and an opportunity, you might cram as much into that week as you can and really go to town on it. But because I dress every week, I don't feel the need to dress every day or to make most of those opportunities. So I can take or leave it, which is nice. It means I'm not desperately seeking out opportunities to do, crazy over the top amounts of dressing. That's my main thing anyway. Thank you, Savannah. I do look a day over 27, but just one or two. And thank you, Dana, about the voice. Thank you, Amanda. Have I tried on a wedding dress? No, I've not, Diana. That would be an interesting one. I wouldn't be able to buy that and keep that in the house. I'd have to explain it to my wife. Did you go to any dressing services? Yes, I went to Boys Will Be Girls, based in London, and I went to Trans Life once, but I did a makeup session. I didn't go get a dressing session. But for dressing, I've been to Boys Will Be Girls. I saw Cindy. Cindy is fantastic. Cindy Conte, she's great. Thoroughly recommend her. She's lovely, and she's the only person I've gone to for a sort of dressing service, and I've been there for dressing services twice, I think. Yeah, twice. No, maybe 3 times actually, and a couple of times just for makeup or for some guidance on, tutorials on learning how to do stuff. But that's it. That's when I've gone there. See you back at save up for your wedding dress. Try and find someone on eBay. It's good to get I would get one, but I just don't need it. So it takes a lot of space as well. Do you wax or shave your arms? I epilate them, and I've used a light gun. So I have an IPL light gun, which I use on them just to keep the hair down. So they're always kind of smoothish. I never really have hairy arms, so that's gone now. Janita, what heels did you pair with it? I paired these heels with my dress. So they're open-toed nude heels, quite short, really nice. They're from Banana Shoes, and they're by Pleaser. I don't know the name. I can't remember the name of the make, but the style, but they're by Pleaser, and I got them from Banana Shoes. Go there. What size shoes? I'm a size 10 in women's shoes, 10 in men's, and 11 in my trainers, because my trainers come up small for some reason. The brand I buy comes up small. Do you have any advice for those struggling with the question of whether they are just a cross-dresser or could be transgender? Okay, so I did a video on this recently. I still use transgender as an umbrella term. I don't use transgender the way that it's used, which is as a substitute for transsexual, because people don't like to use transsexual. In the UK, the official rules on the Gender Equality Act, for example, recognizes you as being female. If you're male to female, it specifically uses the word transsexual. Okay, so I use that because it's what the government uses. I know that from a sensitivity perspective, a lot of people prefer to be called a transgender, and that's fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. It's a nice thing for people to, there are lots of terms that some people don't like to use, and so they just want to hold back on it. That's fine. So I do consider myself transgender, and I do use the word to describe myself. I don't have gender dysphoria. What I would say is, when I couldn't dress, back in the days when I couldn't dress like this as often as I can today, I used to be overweight. I was an alcoholic. I was very depressed and lonely and not very happy and miserable. And I don't know to what degree that is different to being dysphoric, in the sense of I'm not dysphoric because I don't believe I'm trapped in a man's body. I'm quite happy with my male presentation. I also like my female presentation. So I don't feel like I'm permanently trapped. It's not the same as being dysphoric, but I'm unhappy when I can't dress. And I view it as a sort of mild form of dysphoria, but not one that I can correct by changing to being a woman. I can correct it by allowing myself to express. And so being as I am today makes me happy. Doing this every now and again makes me happy. And I think the key thing is, if you're wondering about whether you're a crossdresser or whether you are genderqueer or whether you are dysphoric and you need to transition, for example, I think it's about permanence. Some people will just know. Some people will just know the answer to this, and they'll just know what to do about it. They'll just have it in their heads. They'll know exactly what they are. If you're curious, I know plenty of people who start off as cross-dressing because it's their gateway, and they realize it's not enough. If you are like me and you cross-dress and you realize it's enough, then I think you'll find your balance, and it will come down to it. At the end of the day, in the UK, you need to be clinically diagnosed, so you're not going to be able to to get the recognition. You have to currently actually be medically diagnosed. You can't, you can know what you are, and I support you if you know what you are. But you don't get the legal recognition unless you go through the hoops that are set up for you by the law. So my advice is, enjoy your cross-dressing. If you find happiness in it, and if it makes you happy, you're probably just a cross-dresser. Or you're probably, genderqueer. You're probably just happy being, both things. That's cool. If it doesn't make you happy long-term, if it's still eating away at you, then I'm sure you must be, having more stuff. There you go. So I'm going to hide. Okay, so let me just deal with this knob. So Bluebelly Zach, let's deal with you, okay? Because you really do want to hang around here. So yeah, Bluebelly Zach, whatever you want to say. You obviously can't take your eyes off the screen, so whatever you want to do. Oh, look at that, Bluebelly. It doesn't bother me. I'm quite happy to leave you in the chat, by the way. Same for you, Jeremy. It's weird that Bluebelly doesn't get sent and Jeremy does. It doesn't bother me. Try again. What would you want to say to me? Because it doesn't make a scrap of difference. No, I can see your messages, Bluebelly Zach. It's coming up in the thing. So it's fine. You're still here. You're still watching. You're still listening to me. So it doesn't really make any difference to me whatsoever. But I could easily hang yourself. It's a very easy thing. Sorry, I can very easily get you to be hidden on here. So it's quite fine. You've downvoted me. That's such a shame. So I'm going to go back to asking some questions from interesting people. So do I ever Google search myself? No, I've never Google searched myself, Samantha. It doesn't, it's not something I do. It doesn't really bother me. So I have checked every once in a while just to see whether, there's any old stuff of mine that ends up in weird places and stuff like that, or fake Facebook profiles, because that does happen. And it's interesting that sometimes that, that comes up, but it's one of those fun things to do occasionally, but I try not to do it all the time because it's, it can be a bit, bit depressing, seeing how much stuff there is or isn't to be online. And I think you can get a bit engrossed in yourself. So I try not to do it very often, but, I like to think, what if my daughter put my name in? It's good to have at least some idea of what she would see, because one day she may well do that. There we go. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a fun one. Bluebelly Zach feels bad for my parents. Well, I wouldn't do, because they're both fine with it. And I'm 44, so I'm a parent myself. If you want to feel bad for anyone, you should feel bad for my child. There we go. So next one. Paul. Yeah, thanks for that, Paul. I appreciate that. Jeremy thinks it's straight and gay, sin is sin. Okay, so thanks so much. I'm perfectly happy, but thank you for that. Okay, so this has all gone a bit fun now. Oh dear. Hi, Malaya. Thank you very much. Hi, Alexis. Thanks for joining. Okay. Okay, so that's fun. Thank you. Thanks, Paul. Okay, it looks like we're running out of questions. So question from, I don't know how to say your thing, beforeandafter.com. Am I married? Yes, I'm married. I'm married to my wife, so that's fine. Okay, let me just do this quickly. David Digweed. Canterbury Revival. Yeah, someone mentioned that to me before, David. This Canterbury Revival thing. I've never, to be honest, other than I think you mentioned it once before on chat, I've never heard anything about it. So it's a, it's a, it's a fun thing to do. It sounds like a nice thing to do for a week, for people to be able to do stuff. So I quite like that. I think it sounds like a fun, interesting thing. It's not the kind of thing I go to. If I was going to go, I go with my wife, I go with my child. So it's a nice, it would be a nice, fun thing to do, but I'm not sure what kind of thing it is. I need to look into it. If it's like a sort of festival thing and it's for couples and families and bits and pieces, that's cool. If it's more like, I don't know, a sort of individuals thing, then that's a little bit different. So, who knows? There we go. Okay, thanks, Diana. But yeah, don't worry about it. It's just a fun thing. Thanks, Richard. Hi, Richard. Thanks for joining. Cover button. Well, thanks so much for cover button. I really appreciate that. I try and be as honest as I can. It's quite simple. It's quite easy. And as you can see, I don't like to, I don't like to censor people, because it's quite, the thing is, there are certain people where you can easily mute them and you can just hide them from the channel. It's a very simple thing to do. And you can get rid of everything that they share online. But some people are just, they're just idiots and they feel they have to do these certain things. And as you can see, they can't let go of anything. So I can let go of anything and talk about other things, but some people just can't let go of it because they're stuck on it. And I think the point is they want to have a, I guess, feel they've had an impact on you. And if they haven't had an impact on you, then it's frustrating for them. And these things don't have any impact on me. I know certain people feel this way. It's perfectly fine. So there we go. So Ronji asked, what's your plans for the future with my cross-dressing? So my plans would be to continue doing what I'm doing. Not much more than that. It's perfectly fine. It's a simple thing for me to do. I quite like the way this is balanced out at the moment. It's nice. It's a decent balance, and it's a nice way to to balance, let's say, regular life and this cross-dressing life that we do. It's sort of it comes up as a fun, sort of fun, simple, harmless thing, and it's not doing anything particularly to change the way my family dynamic is. So with that in mind, it's all it's all good stuff. It's a simple thing to do, so I'm quite happy to do that. So next question. Thank you, Alison. I appreciate that. Hi, Sean. Favorite color and NFL team? Okay. I only first heard about the NFL in '86, so the Bears were the first team that I knew of when they won the Super Bowl in '86. But I don't really support the NFL particularly. It's not a big deal for me. And my favorite color, purple. I like purple. Hence, normally purple lips. They're pink today, but normally purple. Next question. Thanks, Lloyd. Hope you enjoy them. That's really good. Thank you, Norman. Hi, did you enjoy life? Okay, yes. Yeah, it's fun. Okay. Okay, so let's deal with Olivier, who says, with my voice, I'm not fooling anyone. I'm not trying to fool anyone, I'm just trying to enjoy myself. So it's not trying to fool anyone. So I think the thing about wanting to fool people is, how can I put this? Normally the people who tell me that I don't fool anyone are people who are worried they might be fooled. And that there's some kind of problematic. The assumption is that I'm doing this because, I want to fool you. It's not because I want to fool anyone. It's not because I want guys. I don't want guys. Guys don't interest me in the slightest. So it's not about fooling anyone. It's not about being female. It's not about, trying to trick people. It's just about a form of expression. And, it's a simple form of expression, just like some people grow beards and some people wear earrings and some people do all sorts of weird different things. But it's a really simple, simple way of expressing, and it's nothing more than that. So it's quite a simple thing. So next up, yeah, I don't know what that is, old man Bob, but I'm sure I'm not. Have I been to the States? Oh, hang on a second. Can you actually function if you have long false nails on? No, I can't. I always break them off. Even these ones when I'm typing, my nails are now getting in the way of my typing. I can't really function. My nails go on last thing, and I try not to do anything that involves messing around with my nails. It's a pain. So I try and keep it, reduced in that sense. So no, long false nails, they're not great for actually doing anything. And I find that trying to type with my fingers flat is really irritating. And I type for my work. Hence why I really don't do much with typing. It's just not worth it. So there we go. So next question. So Alyssa, I don't think they would. Yeah, I don't think they really care. That's the point, Alyssa. It's just a simple, idiocy thing. Thanks, Norman. Yeah, I would agree with you, Unita. Like I said, the whole point is to get a reaction, is to get a rise. It's to know that you've been hurt. That's the whole point of the let's say the attention. It's to know that somehow I've been affected by this. I'm long past the point where anything like this affects me. Like I said, I don't ban people, I don't hide people, because I'm more than happy for people to look like idiots. There are plenty of people out there who have done this kind of tirade, and then it pops up on their profile, and when they're applying for jobs and bits and pieces like that, you know, eventually these things kind of get linked to you, or can be linked to you, and you get punished that way, because you know you lose opportunities in life because people know what an idiot you are. And that's part of your online profile. I have no issue with my online profile because it's just who I am. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that, and it's a simple thing to to put out the world as a sort of genuine, positive, simple message. That's the thing. I think the point is, if I were crying my eyes out and worried about anything, then that would be like a victory for a troll. I don't cover up. I just, I'm not trying to hide my reaction to these things. I really don't care. It's like noise, white noise is hurled into the abyss, because it doesn't affect me in the slightest. I'm long past the point where I would care whether someone does or does not approve. The main thing is, and this is the main thing, I do this because I want to, and if it upsets certain people, then that's fine. Over time, people will become less upset, and the number of people who feel that way will diminish, purely because if we are more public, more visible, more out there, and more recognized, then it's going to become more normalized for people, in a way that so many other things, like being gay, or being a woman with a job, whatever it is. There are loads of things that people have felt were outrageous and a shame in the past, and we're going to ruin society and ruin the lives of parents and children, and it's all rubbish. It's all complete and utter rubbish. We are who we are, and we just get on with it. That's the way to do it. Where in the States would I like to go? I've been to loads of places in the States. So where have I been to? New York, Philadelphia, Washington, lots of places in Florida, mainly around Clearwater and Tampa. But I've not been to the West Coast. So I prefer to go to the West Coast. I'd like to go to Yosemite and a few places around that. That'd be good. That would be really, really fun. So, by the way, I haven't been scrolling up in the chat. So I haven't been scrolling down the chat. So anything you've been typing of recently, I just haven't been seeing it. So, whatever. How did my wife react? She found out. She wasn't that happy, obviously, and that was over 10 years ago. So it's something we've worked on since then. So we try and, she wasn't very happy at the time. I did a load of videos about this, and it took us a long time to deal with it and to get to where we are today, and we are here. So, it's good that we're here now. So I'm glad that we are where we are. Let's see, Fallon Fox and ring with Bluebelly. Yeah, me too. That would be funny. So Paul Young, I suggested putting nails on. Yeah. Tights are unbearable if you've got long nails. The number of times I've come, I've adjusted my tights and then realized I've left a nail inside my tights, and I can't find them at the end of the night. You take your tights off, and then your nails pop out of them. So that's the best one. It's not the best one to do. So, how's my wife feeling about this? As Amber wrote again. Yeah, okay, she has good days and bad days. Days when she doesn't want to hear about it, days when she's fine to hear about it. It's I try not to make it everything. It's not everything in our lives. It shouldn't be, and it isn't. So we have to have other things we do. Otherwise, it would become, it can't be the only way she sees me, and it isn't. It's the rarity. So, like I said, I dress once every week, roughly. So that works. It's good enough. Toyman, okay, hi there. Am I gay when she takes off the girl, so I'm going back to guy mode? If you find her attractive when she's in guy mode, then yes. But if you're attracted to the femininity, it makes you a gynophile. A gynophile is someone who's attracted to femininity, whether, in some cases, like myself, whether that person is male underneath or female. It doesn't matter to me. I'm attracted to femininity. So I don't find the guy underneath the woman attractive. So I don't view myself as gay because I'm not attracted to men. But I can find a man dressed as a woman presenting in a feminine way attractive as a gynophile, and therefore that does work. So I don't view that as being gay. I think if you're attracted to men, then you're an androphile. If you're attracted to women, then you're a gynophile. That's it. That's how it kind of works. So, question from Richard Schloniger. Have you ever tried any Kat Von D makeup? Yes, I have done. I haven't got any foundation, but I've got some Kat Von D bits and pieces. I've got to try her eyeliner. I really want to try that one. The tattoo eyeliner looks really good. So I'm going to try some stuff soon. I've tried some Charlotte Tilbury. I've tried MAC. I use a couple of other brands. I use Kryolan, obviously, for a lot of the foundation stuff, but it's quite heavy because it's a paint stick type stuff. So I use different brands. Kat Von D is one I haven't used much of, and I should use some more in the future. So yes, I definitely will do. I'll have a look at it and try and find some more stuff. I'm looking for something that's a bit more jazzy and bright around the eyes. That would be fun. So, okay, bonjour Nadia. Hi Alison, thank you. Thanks, John. Thank you very much. That's very nice. Paul, do I tuck? Yes, of course I do. Yeah, everyone does, I think. Thank you, Amber. Tell us why you are a transformer and you'd like to be a woman, Paolo. Yes, I don't like being a woman. I like dressing, but given that your original question, Paolo, was with that voice, I do not fool anyone, and LMFAO, if you're actually curious and you want to ask me a question, Paolo, then try asking a serious question first, rather than, but yeah, why do I do this? Because I like it. Why does anyone do anything? It's not a very intuitive answer, but why does anyone do anything? Because they enjoy it for the most part. You enjoy it or you have to. To a certain degree, it's both. I have to because I'm not happy if I don't do it, and I enjoy it. So you don't, I'm guessing you don't, but that's because you and I are different, and that's good because the world shouldn't be made up of people like you, and it shouldn't be made up exclusively of people like me, because then it'd be incredibly dull. I wouldn't want to live in a world that was exclusively populated by me. That would be pointless. So why can't people let you live my life? Because people, okay, the main reason to that question normally is this. Look, you can see it on online culture today. There are loads of people out there who just want to attack stuff because, and I think my theory on this, I don't think it's really a theory, it's generally just considered to be accurate. Modern life isn't that great, not a lot of people don't feel fulfilled. They don't feel that they're happy in their own lives. And what you prefer to do is, or a lot of people prefer to do, is rather than working to improve their own lives, which is difficult, it requires effort, it requires gumption, it requires you to actually do something. And it's much easier to sit in front of a keyboard and try to make other people feel bad. And if you've made enough other people feel bad, you've brought enough people down, then you're floating on some of that crap rather than being swimming in it. And I think that's generally what it is. It's just about that. And these same people will, they will, they'll proclaim loudly that that's not what they are. They're so happy and they have all these amazing things. But you're online. I'm online talking to people right now, but at least I'm talking, I'm not just typing. And no offense to everyone out there that's typing, please continue to send me questions. But if you're just, if all you're doing is typing to a keyboard, everyone's so brave when they're typing. It's it's incredible how brave people are. And then they'll tell me how brave they would be if they met me. And yet in my life, I've met one person who was brave enough to say anything to me in public. And they only did it from about 100 yards away. That's how brave people are in the real world. It's just about trying to take people down. That's the main thing. Make yourself feel better by making other people feel worse than you do. That's my view anyway. So let me go back to some other questions. Thank you. What is femininity? I appreciate that, and thank you, Amber. Yeah, thank you, Savannah. It's just idiocy, but there we go. It doesn't make a lot of difference. These people are just idiots. Thank you, Lloyd. Appreciate it. I really like that. Thank you very much. So just going to catch up now. Amber, do we shop together now? Not very much. I've been doing most of my stuff online, but I will shop and look for her at the same time. And if I see something she'd like, then I'll let her know about it, and we kind of do that stuff. And she sees all the stuff I buy, so that's quite simple. Yeah, good for you, Norman. Obviously, being Jessica is, if it makes you happy, that's exactly what you should do. Definitely. Have I read Izzard's book? I haven't. No. No, I haven't. Obviously, I liked Izzard's comedy up until Glorious. After Glorious, I wasn't that big a fan of it. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, that's not my thing, old man Bob, but I'm sure you're having fun. Tampa, Alexis. It's business, Alexis. So yeah, we were staying on Clearwater Beach. I've been to Clearwater probably 3 or 4 times now. So I used to come out there for an office visit. It was a nice place to go and visit for one of the offices, and do a lot of training out there. So all work related in Tampa. But yeah, I really loved it. We went to a place like the Salt House or Salt Rock Grill or something like that. Fantastic food, loved it. Had huge, massive steaks. It was a lovely, lovely place to go. So yeah, I really liked it, and I had a fantastic time. It's a great, great, great place. The weather's lovely. Obviously, don't go when it's too humid, but we were normally going over in May, so around this time of year where it's warm, it's nice, but it's not too humid yet. It's fantastic. Absolutely love the place. So Amber, yeah, okay, good for you, Amber. Gurpreet, am I a man or woman? I'm a man, born a man, still a man. Okay, so I think we've worn you out. You can't downvote more than once, Bluebelly Zach. So you can undo it or log into one of your other 20 accounts and downvote that, but it won't make a scrap of difference. Every vote up or down is traffic on my videos. So you upvote, it's traffic on my videos. You downvote, it's traffic on my videos. So all you're doing is demonstrating that you are interested in my videos positively or negatively. And it does nothing to affect finance. It does nothing to affect ad revenue. All it does is it increases the overall view of my channel. So thanks so much. The longer you're here, the more that shows up in my stats as you're watching. So I can't lose. Okie dokie. Jonita. Bye, Jonita. I'm sure you've probably gone already because I'm behind on these things. Twitter flyer. That's fair enough, That's cool. Yosemite, David. Yes, lovely. I'm sure it looks amazing. Okay, July. Go. July, yeah, August I think is too hot if we're going to go to Vegas as well. So July sounds good. I think July would be good, and it's a nice time to be out in front of or I can go with my family. That would be really good. So am I a member of NAMBLA? I don't know what it is. Patience, Don, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. Were my first attempts at makeup awful? Yes, they were. They were dreadful. I only had a few products and they were terrible, and it took me ages to learn to do makeup to this level. And I still aren't happy with it. I'm always trying to improve. But yes, it took absolutely ages. But oh God, it's been an hour. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to have to, thanks, Amber. Have fun. I'm going to have to, I agree, Paul. I'm going to have to close off in a second. Ease this false nails. Tim, if you're using false nails and you're using glue, I find glue is awful. The glue, it just makes my nails so weak. I use pads. They come off much easier. You have to spend quite a bit more on them. But if you're only using them once a week, you can probably get away with spending about £2 on nail pads, which then just twist off. They're decent enough for use, but if you really want it held on, you can't beat glue, and glue is just a pain. And the problem with gluing them on is you really want to leave them on for like 4 or 5 days. And so you're not taking them off, getting rid of the glue, and then applying new ones in a week, because I found that process made my nails incredibly thin and brittle. So I wouldn't do that. I always use the other ones. So, right. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put that one up. That's fun. I'm just trying to find some stuff in between all of Bluebelly Zach's fan mail, who's very happy. Yeah, thanks, Stuart. It's fine. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so Samantha, Brexit. Where do I stand and what would I do? I would revoke Brexit. I voted against Brexit. Whatever. It's a political thing. I voted against it. I'm in favour of the EU. I think the EU is a good institution. I think it's not perfect, but it's better to be, as someone once put it, it's better to be on the train trying to urinate out than standing on the platform trying to urinate in. That's the way that I like to see Europe described. It's a very pragmatic way. But there we go. So, have fun. That's my view anyway. And what I would do, I would revoke Article 50, cancel Brexit. I would have another vote, and I would accept that this country is 50-50 split. I think the first thing is a 52% win on either side was always going to be resisted by the other side. It's not decisive enough. It should have been 55% or more either way, or 60% or more, something decisive that you can't argue against. But as everyone knows, at 52%, you need a few people to swing and you're back the other way again. So, I don't like doing, it's change for change's sake at this point. That's my view. We just crept over the line, but whatever, we'll see. It's done now. So, if we leave, we leave. I'm not trying to change the result, but if it were up to me, I would change it, because I think we're better off in, but I've had my vote, and away we go. But I think the politicians just need to sort it out as much as they can do. So there we go. Bluebelly, Norman is. I've met Norman. Norman's a lovely guy. There's no way you live near Norman, but if you do, then come meet me next time up in your neighbourhood, because I go there and visit. So have fun with that. So next one. And I'm going to leave soon, so now I'm not sure you're agreeing with Amber, but okay. With that name, you could have been French. Oui, c'est possible, mais je ne parle pas bien français. Je parle un peu, mais pas bien. There we go. Am I on crossdresserheaven.com? No, I'm not. No. Did I bring any Juliet clothes? I didn't, Alexis. No, I didn't. I'm just going to finish up these things and then answer some stuff. So thank you, Himanshu Singh. I appreciate that. How often do I go to town like Juliet? Once a month. I go out once a month. I don't go shopping like this. I don't see the need to. I'm quite over the top. If my wife gave you an ultimatum to stop dressing, could you? She has, and I couldn't. So no, I really couldn't. Maybe when I'm older, I don't know. But no, right now I couldn't. I can stop for 6 months, but it builds up, and the unhappiness builds up, and I don't have other things. I can't channel this into something else. That's the main thing. There we go. So that's your answer, Celeste. Bye, cover button. Hello, Fabio. Hello, Alison. Thank you. Bye, Alison. Thanks, Tim. Hi, Joshua. Yeah, I feel compelled to dress. I have to. It's part of my thing. I have to dress. So there we go. Bye, Ian. I'm going to sign off now as well, actually. It's been over an hour. I'm only meant to be on there for half an hour. Anyway, I'm going to finish off these questions very quickly. Hi, Tony. Thank you very much. It's a dress. Watch the video from the beginning and you'll see me stood up in it. Brexit answer. 10 out of 10 answer. Yeah, Boris will be next. Yeah, Boris is an arse. So let's hope Boris never gets anywhere near. Thank you, Himanshu. Hi, Sherilyn. Thanks, Amber. French was fine. Nikki Nicole. I don't know Nikki Nicole, but I'll have a look. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, Bluebelly's gone, I think. I dare you to come back, Bluebelly, before I leave. Come on, get typing. Yeah, I do play video games, Adam. PlayStation 4. Bye, Samantha. That's nice. What resources? I'm going to be really irritating to say I've done loads of videos on how you deal with your family. You can have a look at those. I didn't find any resources for how I deal with my family. So what you can do? I couldn't find anything online that worked for me. I had to work my way through it. But I've done some myself, and I will be doing more in the future. So hopefully those will be of use to you. Okay. Hi, David and Murdo in Scotland. Hi there. Do you know the bees are dying? Do you think we should save them? Yes, I do think we should save them. Thanks, Amber. Okay, I'm going to go. You need models to keep out the weirdos. Look, I can ban the weirdos instantly. I just have to right-click on their name, and I can just hide them and hide everything. I can moderate the whole thing. I leave it up here because idiots like that are around. And if anyone out there dresses like me and sees how I deal with it, that's how I deal with it. They're morons, and I can't stop morons being in the world, so it's kind of up to me to deal with morons because they could be around any corner. So I'm just going to say whatever. I'll leave it up there. I leave the comments up on my channel until YouTube starts penalizing me for having crappy comments on my channel, in which case I will start to hide them. For now, I'll just leave it because it's just informative for other people. That's what people do. They're idiots. You can't help it. They've gone now. So what are we going to do? Off we go. Anyway, thanks so much for your time today. Hopefully this was fun. This is way longer than I intended to record. But I'll be back and I will catch up with you all again soon. Done some videos today and I look forward to talking to you again. You can find me on my email address, julietisnoir@gmail.com, or the website julietnoir.uk. And yeah, if you like it, like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you again in the next video. See you soon. And as ever, bye. Bye. See ya. Oh, and I forgot to press the button. Bye.